But let's put it 8 over here.
What about 1/3? How do we know that that's going to give us something smaller than 8?
Okay, that's a great question. That is an absolutely great question. So what are, and in fact, it is a sort of similar to one of the questions. It's not the same, but it is similar to one of the questions that we recorded to begin with. So what are possible areas of squares? Including, we can either include regular squares or and tilted squares, or talk about just tilted squares. How about both, regular and tilted squares? What are possible areas of squares in the grid? Now, when I say in the grid, we assume that we really are talking either about the squares that are aligned with the grid lines or the squares that are what we call tilted. Now, let's see what we already have. Is 1 possible? Is area 1 possible?
Yes.
What kind of a square is that?
Regular.
It's just regular 1 by 1, right? 1 is fine. Is 2 possible? Yes, we already recorded that. Is 3 possible? We haven't seen it, so I don't know yet. Is 4 possible?
Yes.
What's that?
Regular.
It's regular 2 by 2, right? Okay. 4 is possible. Now, Monica, how about 5? Is 5 possible? Oh, okay. Now, we'll talk about areas of tilted squares. 5 is fine. Okay? All right. Now, is there anyone who tells me about 6 and 7? Are these possible? Well, 8. Is 8 possible? Okay. How about 9? How about 11? Well, I don't know. Well, 10. 10 and 11. Is 10 possible? Is 11 possible? Okay, now it's a totally different kind of exploration. And we start with an interesting observation. We know that these are possible. We don't know. To answer a question whether something is, to say affirmatively that something is not possible is a pretty, usually it's much harder. To say that something is possible, all you need to do is draw it, right? To say that it is not possible, it's a totally different story.